Hello and welcome to day 21 of my 7-week challenge to post a video every day. For the next few days, I'm going to be talking about different tips on how I have saved money and really focused on budgeting over the past 6 months, because it's all the same theme, but because I had a few different things and they worked into certain categories. So I'm going to actually film them all tonight, but I'm going to break it down into 4 different groups, and then I will post one of those categories every day. So for today, I'm going to talk about the first and simplest things that I did to save money. So I started with just looking at my monthly bills and where a lot of the money was going, and thinking of what could I do to reduce the costs quickly and right away. So I looked at my 3 main bills, which are my car insurance, my cell phone bill, and my cable bill. If I'm looking up, there's a little cheat sheet in case I forget something. So I looked at all those and found ways that I could reduce them. For my car insurance, I switched from full insurance, I guess it's called, to leisure, because I'm not driving to and from work every day, or really at all, because I was working at home, so I didn't need it. Now, I really should have actually done that years ago, because most of the time I carpooled with my mom anyway, but I always kept it in case I needed to drive it some days more than others. But that is kind of something I should have saved ahead of time. So if you're not using your car to go to work all the time, I would suggest maybe considering that. Now, unfortunately, it didn't actually save that much money. I was hoping it would maybe be half the amount of what I was paying, but I think it only chopped off about maybe $10 a month. So it wasn't a ton, but over a year, that's over $100. So it's something that does help a little. The next thing I did was I reduced my cell data. I'm not sure how, I never know which is the right way to say it, but because I was going to be home, I'm connected to Wi-Fi when I'm here, right? So I didn't need the extra space or data. I don't know what to say, so I'm going to just say both every time, I guess. Because I'm home, I'm connected to Wi-Fi. So I cut that in half as well. I think that might have actually saved either $10 or $20, but it's something, again, that helps. And over time, from month to month, it adds up. The third thing that I did was with the cable bill, we had some extras, so we got rid of the movie channels. That was about $20, and then we got rid of some extra packages. I think altogether with the cable bill, we were saving about $30. And I was actually looking at the competitors. We always get promotions in the mail from the competitor, but to be honest, I never really even looked at them. I would always just throw them in the recycling. But I finally did open it just yesterday, and we're actually going to look into switching, because if their promo is true, we would end up saving almost $100 a month. Now, this is just a 12-month promo, but again, 12 months, that would be over $1,000 if it's $100 a month that we would save, right? So I'm definitely going to look into that. I am going to call our company first and see if they have any competing offers. But if they don't, would be kind of ridiculous for us to not switch. So I am kind of regretting not looking into that sooner, because that could have already saved us a lot of money. But better now than never, right? So that's something that I may be changing in the future. Aside from that, a big chunk of money that I was spending every month was for gym memberships. I was a member to where I go cycle for spin classes. So I had purchased class packages in November, and then when those ran out at the end of January, I did a monthly membership for February, March, and April. Now, I did take full advantage of those. Even in February, when I was still working, I was going to 5 classes a week. I would go Monday and Friday, I would do back-to-back classes, and Wednesdays I would have done back-to-back classes, but I had an improv class Wednesday night, so I only had time to fit in 1 spin class, come home, shower, and then get to my improv class. But I managed to fit in 5 a week that month, and then when I was going in March and April, I was going about 8 times a week, because I would do one class every day, Monday to Friday, and then Saturdays I usually did 3 classes. There was some weeks I did Sunday, so I definitely got my money's worth for those. And the reason I did that was because it was still winter, so I wanted to be able to get some exercise because I don't have any gym equipment at home for any kind of cardio workout, and I don't have any good boots or shoes for outside, and it is I have very complicated feet, so it's very hard to find any kind of proper foot attire. So I decided that I would stay until the end of April, and that was something that I had made the decision before quitting my job. And other than that, I had also signed up for a 1-year membership at the yoga studio across the street, which went till the end of May. So I knew that was something that I was locked into paying. But once that term finished, I didn't renew that. So just by doing those things, that was saving quite a lot of money by cutting those costs. Again, I did have them for a while, but knowing that there was going to be the months after that where that was not going to be a cost really helped to cut with the monthly bills and helped to tighten the budget. So what I'm doing now is I wanted to have those until summer, because I knew once summer came, I could just work out outside, whether it be walking, running, biking. So I wanted to do those things because I know they're free. I also do have a yoga mat. And one thing I did do my last month at yoga, I made sure I got some foam blocks and stuff so that I could do proper yoga here fully supported. Now, unfortunately, I haven't gotten into a habit of doing that, but usually when I do it, it's because my hip will get super tight or something, and I just genuinely need to get a good stretch. But I did get the extra equipment I needed, because even though it did cost me more at the time, I knew it would save me money, because then I would be able to continue the practice if I wanted from home. Aside from that, as you know, I was just yesterday I was at Cycle, so I did get a promo for a free class for that. So that's a way that I can still do that once in a while. If they have a free promo, then I might as well go, and then I can enjoy it, and it's not adding to my budget. Although I will say I do pay the $2 to rent the clip-in shoes when I go, because I find it's so much easier and it's such a better workout to use the clip-in shoes. So for $2, if I can get a free class once in a while, I do think that it is worth it for me. Another thing is I have a voucher for a week pass at 9 Round, which is a kickboxing type place. It's a circuit. I haven't used that yet, and I'm not sure how long that will be honored, but I do plan to try that at one point. And I did also win a 1-month membership at a CrossFit gym, and this CrossFit gym is actually, I had looked it up in advance and knew I wanted to go to that gym in the winter, but I haven't started my 1 month free because I know I don't have the money to continue it right now, so I'm putting it off as long as possible and hoping that they will honor it in the winter. So we will see what happens with that, because I didn't want to get going for a month and then have to stop, and so we'll see what happens with that. But those are some different options, because in the winter I do want to have a good workout, and I really feel like CrossFit could be a good fit for me as well. So that's something I want to pursue, and I would love to continue going to Cycle somewhat as well, because I love it there. I love the workout. So it's just finding a balance. I know I won't be able to for sure afford a membership at both, but that's a nice thing with options with Cycle. You can just buy packages of a certain amount of classes. So that's my most basic ways that I did save just from the get-go in planning ways to reduce costs. But I will be talking about, over the next few days, some, I wasn't sure how to categorize this, but personal care, a category with that, as well as socializing, and what is the last category? I'm going to look on my cheat sheet here. Oh, food. How I reduce costs for food. That should have been an obvious one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and tune in tomorrow to find out ways that I reduced costs when it came to personal care. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. Bye.